Yo, what's happening, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Cheers. Uh, Sorry for the old introduction. Been one heck of a week, so haven't didn't get to do what I normally do again. So par for the course. The wife went in for surgery this week, so I've been busy playing the doctor. Or that didn't sound right, but jump into the chat over here. First up, Brian Phelps. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Burnt Relic. Always a pleasure. The Ubi, he's in the house. What's up, man? Great stream before today. Enjoy watching everybody lose their marbles. Jeremy, good to see you. And if I don't see you, I'm sure I'll probably pop in Friday, but happy birthday. Jeremy's got a live stream Friday, celebrating 49, 40 years my elder. Johnny Three Bar, what's up, brother? Ryan Hall, good to see you. Keith, what's up, man? Hope all's well with you. Yo, Jade Guitars, good to see you, my friend. Hope all's well. Sorry for all those that are in other premieres or double streaming tonight or triple streaming. Although I kind of wish Dr. Scientist, if you are going to double stream, you should check that one out. They are going to hopefully this doesn't run too long and then hop in over there after. Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you. And like I said, if you saw on the Patreon or even the Facebook announcement, I don't have too much planned for tonight, so it'll probably be a 3-hour stream. Canadian United Postal Service that ordered from Milwaukee has now made its way to Chicago. Yeah, I don't know which one's going to take the cake this year for postal shipping of the year award, but hey, Steve, good to see you. Tim the Tooth, what's up, brother? Hope all's well. Hey, Timmy, no worries. Always a pleasure to see you. Got up to the gifting of the memberships. The last 5 of the year that I give away goes to N8HV, Eat More Chicken. It's a cat, pretty cool. Vasco Riffs, 3-Chord Dave, Glenn Jammin, and Harry KHK. Awesome. Hey, Robert. Oh, yeah, you're quite welcome. Hopefully, most of all of you, the Patreons for the pedal and the guitar and the pedal guitar / tiers got your ornaments, or they're on the way. It was a bit of a surprise, but I guess even if I don't put the email into pirate ship, I guess with everybody, they could tell from their UPS like shipping thing that it gets sent out. So that's why my tree was kind of looking thin in some of the videos before. I think actually all the videos that I filmed with the tree in it don't have any ornaments. So, but little Patreon perk. Yeah, no commercials tonight. Sorry. I don't know if I'll bag them in the new year or what. Hey Tom. Hey all, watching from the hospital waiting room for my. Oh, I hope that happens soon. Appreciate you popping in. Best wishes to Dad. Hey Rob, good to see you. Always a pleasure. TSA in the house. What's up, brother? Hey Sean. Good to see you. 2 yards in the house. Here he's got a premiere sneaking around somewhere this week, somewhere around at midnight. So everybody's got to stay up and wait, make sure you can catch it. Yeah, it's probably a winter weather advisory. It's probably going to drop down to like 50 degrees down here. Scrolling on true. It truly does. It's like you get tired of UPS, like, and then you go to FedEx, and FedEx is like, all right, we'll show them up one. I think actually I've only had one sender always have consistently good luck with FedEx, but anything else I've gotten through FedEx has always been jacked up. Hey Dave, good to see you. I was That's good. I was worried that they weren't going to actually get here initially on time. It's the first time I ordered the ornaments. I didn't know how fast they went. And I just did luck of the draw. I put all the ornaments into envelopes and then grabbed an envelope, wrote out the card, and then sealed the card, and then made the label. So I don't know which ones everyone got. Hey Mark, good to see you. Hope all's well. I know actually, if anybody sees Marsha, let her know I'm looking for her new address because or if you're listening, Marsha, send me an email because I didn't send hers out because I didn't know if it would get forwarded or not. I know like sometimes you have a certain window where they forward your mail, and I have to contact Vinny and 13 Souls or Joe um, and see if they order them, if I could reimburse them, if it's cheaper, or if not, if I'll just send them like the equivalent in a like Amazon gift card or something like that. Because to send an ornament to Hawaii was $68, and to send one to Japan was $35. Obviously, if it was a guitar or a pedal, definitely, Patreon wise, that's all factored into. Would have gladly sent it. So that's not that's going to deter me. And so it's kind of weird because um, I sent Joe was actually, or 13 Souls was the first Patreon guitar winner, and the guitar was nowhere near. I would say on the high end, $130 in shipping then. So, and that was a hard shell case because he won the Slash Epiphone Les Paul. We have our IT holiday party tomorrow afternoon. So basically, a bunch of nerds standing around trying to be social nice. Hey, Mark, good to see you. My pleasure, Jace. Thank you for all the support and everything through the years and emails and all that good stuff. Oh, hey, Miguel. Good to see you. Hope all is well. I am so backed up on Firefly videos. I have the Music Man, the Blue Music Man, and the I got the bass, the Stingray bass as well. So those will be probably coming out in the new year. Thank you so much, brother Ubi.
The Force will be with you, always.
Appreciate that. Um, yeah, I don't know if hopefully I get to the guitars, but have a, sort of an unboxing tonight. I unbagged it already. I thought it would have been in a box, so you have to pretend like it was surprising. But uh, yeah, I want to get to the Music Man. I want to start noodling around with that thing. The win last night at my place was great. Yeah, it's weird how sometimes it picks up. Thankfully, it's not like the spring and the fall around that time, because that's when you get all the wildfires and stuff like that, because they pick up really quickly. FedEx delivers all the way to my yard. UPS hits the porch. Yeah. They're kind of okay around this area because they all know that we all have Ring cameras. So, and for us, most like it's probably not even like 10, 15 feet from door to the street. So, nice. Very nice. The Aclap multi-scale. Brian, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything like that, but I've had a 100%. Actually, no, I haven't. I'm sorry. Because of Ubi, I have a 99.9%. But we got all the money back on that one, so. Guitar in a thumbnail looks awesome. Done. Okay. Yeah, definitely a wrong stream. And thank you, brother, so much.
Thank you for your patronage.
The funny thing, that guitar too is actually a stock image from Canva. You need to do roll call again. Hey, Jim, good to see you. I haven't seen Jim's latest video. He did the two Friedman IR like pedal amps on a pedal board type thing, shootout. That was a good video. Oh, sorry, that clicked away. I'll have to get down to it soon. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Hope all is well. Jeff Gunther, I'm sorry if I skipped over you, but no, I saw you before, but I don't think I got a vintage JBL speaker on its way. But it's a slow. Oh. There you go. There's your roll call for your shout out. Hey, GMG, good to see you. Absolutely. I mean, I haven't touched the which is a shame. I haven't touched the Music Man at all yet, but the bass is spoiler awesome. I'm not really a bass player, but I would definitely highly recommend that bass. Thank you so much. I'll have to get down to the bottom and see who all the fine new members are. But yeah, if anybody's looking for a inexpensive bass, um, the 4 string and the 5 string version of that thing, it's definitely not a kid's toy. It feels like it's well set up. And again, like I said, not really so proficient in the setup. I don't have all the tools for a bass, but as far as measuring um, relief and all that good stuff, but we'll wing it. FedEx delivered your. Oh, damn. Yeah, like stuff particularly like that, I'll actually have it sent to a center. Like I'll log into the FedEx and have it. So like I have one in my Walmart, so I feel like it's less of a chance of it actually meeting some sort of demise like that, because they're probably most likely gonna bring in and take out a lot of stuff. So they're probably gonna use a cart and put it on the cart, and hopefully, I've never had a dinged up box or anything like that when I've done it that route. So, and we got Envy Pepper, Graham Campbell, Johnny Be Good, nice. Guitar Pit of Horrors, and GRB Aquatics. Hey, Guitar Bob, good to see you. Earl, what's up, brother? Yeah, you could do that, or I haven't actually ran these multi effects things yet through the bass. Has anybody done that with the? I mean, I have obviously the Moore too, but the Pocket Master. Um, if they ran it through the bass. Bob, hope you're doing well too. Cool, all caught up. So we might as roll into our first. Ooh. So, hey, Jan PI Chappellik. This is what sucks about all the new way they do stuff, but hope you're doing well. The bass setting on the Pocket Master is actually pretty good. So there you go. Hey, Jimmy, good to see you. So with the whole wife being in for the procedure and all that good stuff, didn't get time to actually demo what I'm gonna unbox tonight. So that video won't be up. Luckily, I had something that has been waiting for a while, so I actually was editing that in the hospital waiting room. So I just have to get the readings on the pickups on that, and that'll probably be Saturdays. It's only 8 minutes, so it won't be a premiere. So enjoy your Saturdays accordingly. I believe Keith and Ubi have a podcast live stream Saturday. Excuse me. So you can make sure check that out instead. Save all your energy for them. So then eventually we get into this, and then the pedal that, if you didn't see last week's Only Frets live stream, where I was it was awesome to be interviewed by, or just roundtable with Sean and Jonathan. It was a good time. So I showed that off. So probably get those out. And I think I have another pedal coming from somebody we've just recently kind of hooked up with too. So, but that's not here yet. And yeah, that will probably take us into the new year and new stuff. So, hey, Brandy, good to see you. There you go. Confirmed. So this Saturday, check out a crappy video for me. They'll come out probably the same time as usual. And then grab a soft pretzel and a Diet Coke. Oh, that's a wrong one, but and then Saturday. So cool. Yeah. I think that is it. If you haven't seen the video on the diesel, that's out. So far, Phil has been spot on as far as his assessments of the Freeman. Definitely, in my mind at least, was the better of the 2 amp or the 4 amps he talked about. The Soldano, I think I've seen so far as the lowest prices dropped down is to 217. So I guess that's probably the best selling amp. After the Friedman sold out, it came back up again for $99, and then it went back to regular price, and then now I guess it's not available anymore. So I think they're probably trying to get rid of them, which is, I don't know. Like, I always feel it's weird that they just like, I know that's what JHS did with the Legends of Fuzz thing, but I figured like a big company like that could probably just like keep them. I guess it just holds up space and inventory elsewhere, but so that, and then the diesel, when I shot the video, it was still available at the regular price, but when it got uploaded after that, it was gone. So yeah, so we have the Bogner actually just got notification that it's shipping today. So I'll be they'll probably look, since I'm such a tiny guy, they'll probably look like a full size head amps thing, but I could do like a Tone King thing with mini amps instead, because that's all I could afford. But speaking of stuff to come, it has not shipped yet, but due to these, well, that's the Patreons, wrong slide, but give a shout out to our Patreons over here, and let me move my fat head out of the way so that we can fully embrace all these wonderful people. Hopefully, most of you, if not all of you, have received your ornament. Again, sorry if you're in the buy my beer tier, but this actually put me. Actually, the Patreon didn't even cover this, but eventually the Patreon would cover this. But I was surprised how little markup there was on the ornaments and how expensive they are. So, so again, Brent Yeager, Casey Lee, David Chesnoff, the Ubi, Sam Witzel, Tim the Tooth, Marsha T, 13 Souls, Chris James, Chris Nelson, David Leslie, Rob F, Steve Gunner, Tom F, Marcel Levon, Robert Crum, Keith Melendez, Vinny's World, Brother Ed, Strings and Pucks, Brian Phelps, Grandpa Joe, and John Dodson. And from our wonderful contributors last week, we have David, CD Nelson, Roy Gaber, ×2, Jupe 500, the Mini Guitar Society, For the Love Guitars, and J Guitars. We are $220 away from giving away the guitar that we haven't even got yet. But if you don't know, we picked the Jackson Dinky blue quilt top. Quilt top? Flame top? I forgot which one. Either way, it's blue. So that was supposed to be shipping sometime, I think next week. They said that it would probably be here by January, so just in time for a review. Oh, thank you so much, man.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
Appreciate that so much. going on. Sorry, Mark, if I forget if I said hello to you before. I know I saw your comment before, but I might have just read it. But either way, Mark's worth a second shout out. You're all worth a second shout out. Let's do a roll call again from the beginning. Phil M was talking about the small amp Bluetooth speaker combo. Forgot the name of it. Wasn't Joyo. The Spark Go. Yep, and that Steve just answered it. Excuse me. I mean, you can get them. I don't have it here, but obviously it was in the video. It was for $99 now, I think. Thank you, brother, so much. I appreciate that so much.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, so the Spark Goes, they jumped up. They used to be $99 all day. Now I think they're $119, but you can get them on sale for like $99. You do get a decent amount of stuff in it as far as sound effects and different type of amp models. So, and in that respect, it's a good price. But I don't know how well a Pocket Master would sound. Like if you were doing a bass, like if this is what you were thinking of, a bass through the Fender Princeton reverb. It'll be a sound, but I don't know how well it actually would sound. So, but if you were looking for that too, the Joyo does make those lunchbox amps. They do make a bass one. Never really cared to watch a video on them to see, but they Bluetooth too. So, Brian, if I had your money, I could just throw mine away. Yeah. I was just checking we were just talking in Discord before about credit scores. I just had to check to make sure that I haven't tanked mine so much by all the stuff that I have on credit. Thankfully, the credit to debt ratio isn't too high. So, hey Tim, good to see you. Still like in the 750 range, depending on which credit rating thing you look at. So I don't know if that's a good thing. That means that I have a lot of extra credit and I still have a lot of credit, or if the ratio, that's probably just means the ratio is better. But travel with yours for 4 months. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not bad. I could not get mine to initiate those straight through into Reaper as a to use it as an interface though. So that was the only thing. But everything else, the Tonex plug, the Pocket Master, and the Valatin all worked as interfaces. So. I've been dropping so many hints about guitar stuff. I'm waiting for my family to say, no, you'll shoot your eye out. Yeah, I really didn't ask for all that much. I actually asked for like more like small stuff instead of like an amp or a guitar or anything like that. Because I mean, just really buy it for the channel anyway. So cool. Well, caught up on that one too. So hopping right along. There we go. So, like as promised, This was unbagged. The Arena 2000. So we'll do another box drop in the actual video, but take a look and see what's inside, because this is the only thing that I have to unbox tonight. Wasn't really for demo purposes anyway, but the only other thing that I have outstanding coming right now is the I took advantage of the JHS 25% off sale. I wasn't going to really, but I decided that I bought some utility stuff instead. I bought like their A/B switcher thing that they have, so that I could use for when I do like pedal shootouts and stuff like that to compare pedals. And then I just figured because it was a cheap enough price too, I got that Vulture thing that starves pedals of voltage. So, but here we go, nicely packed over here. Has all the yes, it does have, thankfully, all the plugs necessary for wherever you live, because they gave me I believe that's the UK one that's on that one. The USB A to C, so obviously it uses that for connecting purposes. Nice little, I have to make sure I package this back up right too, so. Because some people actually really like to see the whole thing, the way it's packaged and everything like that, so they should really attend live streams instead. But a cool little card like they have actually that comes with the like Line 6 helix and stuff like that, so that's kind of cool. Instruction manual, and then some a registration card. So I don't believe, like I said, I don't try to look too much into this stuff because of what they sent me, because I like the general impression. But so yeah, so this is pretty much the same. As I say, I don't think it has a effects loop, because that's something that I would have liked on the Moore. Try not to ruin the plastic too much. The Moore, however you say it. Would have liked if it had that, because you could run like something like the Tonex through it and then just use it as front effects and back effects and have better amp models on it and stuff like that. Although the Moore wasn't that bad, they really, like all of these, you really need to dial them in. Like everybody thinks that like if you turn it to a JCM 800 and any guitar you pick, you should be able to, it should sound awesome right off the bat. And that's not really the case. Like they just set them up so that they're, functioning. But yeah, there is their Arena. So look out for that soon. We'll do a video on it, and then we'll do a comparison video of that and the Moore. And if anybody else comes along that wants to send something, Nuex, Valentin, if you're listening. But I'm not a big fan of these tiny little treadles over here. This one actually, we'll have to take measurements. It would actually kind of look smaller than the Moore. It looks like it has a mixture of tactile knobs, like turning knobs, and then like push buttons on the screen. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely making this stuff a lot easier. Like I said if you haven't seen the Moore video, go check that out. But I remember trying to dial in stuff with my Digitech RP7, and that was like actually so discouraging to try to figure out how to run all that stuff. So yeah, so unfortunately, that's the only thing I got for unboxing tonight. So that's why I said this will probably be a quick one. Yeah, now there's a GP50, which of course I had to try to grab one. So I ordered it direct from them, but it has not started to ship yet. At least the shipping. I don't know if I missed a window on Amazon. I tried ordering it from Amazon, and when I went to it, it said it was all sold out, but you could order it. And I thought maybe if I ordered it and waited a couple of days, that it would, initiate, and it didn't. So I went straight to the source. There we go. The box drop. Not bad, but not the best. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see um, the difference between the two. I've actually been noodling around with the make sure it's not even here too, because I don't want it to be the secret project, the launch that should be happening in the next week or two. That kind of it mimics a Pocket Master, and in my mind, it's better than a Pocket Master. It's weird to think, but for some reason, it sounds better. The clarity of the screen is better. The tactile functions of the buttons are better. And it's easier to route the effects in the chain than it was compared to the Pocket Master. And I mean, I guess it's not really letting out too much. You have which I don't have a control pedal, but you have an input for an expression and control pedal. So I'm thinking that obviously with that there, any type of wah or volume pedal, basically, you can now actually control that. So opens up so much more versatility to it. So it's kind of amazing that now you're starting to see like competition in these little things instead of like amps and pedals and stuff. So, oh, hey, Cheeto, good to see you. Hope all's well with you. Casey Lee, no worries, ma'am. Watching Home Alone, good movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they probably want to wait and see, if the video gets 50,000 views or anything like that before sending me one of those big jobbers. But the 1000 series, it looks like it probably competes with the Helix line very well. Sound wise, I don't know. I mean, the Helix definitely. I mean, that's what they do. Line 6 does that stuff so well, but by competing with it, I mean that it has the touch screen. And if you ever seen like the routing, like on a Quad Cortex or the Helix, anything like that, it's pretty amazing how. So when I was doing demos with the Helix, how I was getting the digital and also the amp sounds was I was able to send the signal path for the Helix out in direct into the audio interface. I'm probably back the volume down just so I went into the red. So sorry if I was blowing ears out the entire time. Yeah, so I was going direct out the Helix into the audio interface, but then so I was running that, and then right here you take like a block and shoot it off. And that way you could do like effects loops, so you could do like after the amp but before the cab, out and out, whatever. But right before any of the effects, I was sending a dry signal straight out of one of the outputs, not XLR, but quarter, and that would go out to the amps. So I would be able to play the guitar. You would have the signal of the Line 6, and then you would have the signal from going to Marshall and the Fender. So you could do really, really cool stuff like that. It's really cool for like if you had to reamp something, or if you wanted to, you could even do, you could really do, how would you do it? Probably would need a splitter, but you'd be able to do Line 6 dry signal to a audio interface where in your editing software you could have a VST. So you could do Line 6 VST, and then you could do your amps. So you could do like so much crazy stuff with that. So that's really cool. And when you look at the price of the Moore, even if you think about it, it's $700 sale price. You probably get it for like just over 5, maybe 6. That's still a third to a quarter of the Line 6 Helix stuff. So if our IT party ends up being as fun as it usually is, where I end up working, I'll be catching up on everyone's vids tomorrow. There you go. Ibanez Tube Screamer on your board. How much tightens up your sound? Yeah, I mean, I think anything really in the front like that, Tube Screamer. Actually, we get into a question a little bit too about that. Yeah, maybe when it gets like 100,000 subscribers in 30 years, they might send me one of those. I really like the JHS Screamer over the Ibanez 2 Screamer. I really need to get with Johnny. Yeah, I need to see when next time Johnny does the OCD run. 'Cause I really can't, as much as I liked the full tone, I went by the full tone, and I was gassing over the Wampler version because he always does cool stuff. Which of Tube Screamers, I think they're the Wampler Triumph is a Tube Screamer, I think, but it has bass, middle, and treble EQs instead of just a tone knob. So I love when you start getting into stuff like that where they take something, but then they give it a little bit extra to make it something different. Did you want to pedal the pedal wah? Oh yeah, the GoGo. I'm going backwards. Pedal's a different amplifier, probably an EVH L34. Nice. Hey TR, no worries. Hope all's well, and Merry Christmas. Hey Jace, cheers, man. Merry Christmas to you. If you guys don't know, I'm sorry. This is obviously, as the thumbnail said, the last stream of the year. So just because all the holiday stuff. If the wife was working Christmas Eve and she was off Christmas, I would definitely do a Christmas Eve live stream instead. I've never tried an Axe Effect, so I can't make a comparison, but I love the... So for me, the Axe Effects was very intense. Sound is absolutely amazing. It is definitely worth the price. The option paralysis can get to you. And also the editing is difficult. And now I don't know. I don't think it had editing software when I had it. I'm sure that they probably do now. But that was the difficult part of it. And then also having the stuff that actually really do stuff with. basically had JBL speakers and an Axe effects, and it was going out. So it wasn't like I had a FR cab or anything like that. So, but I don't know if I ever. I think I told this story. I obviously had to sell it for rent during my first, not my first, my only divorce, and definitely my last divorce because this one's the keeper. But I actually won a Axe FX 2 simply by having 4 guitars in a picture with Ernie Ball strings. They ran a competition, I think 2012, where you just one. It's weird because like I hate always entering those Instagram entries where you got to tag people. And I don't think you had to tag people in this one. And I had 4 guitars. I forget which 4. I know that I had a Jackson Dinky, not a Floyd Rose. A Chapman ML1. I think I might have still had a Gibson Studio Les Paul, which I won, which I have to get that. I never told that story. And I think a 20, oh no, yeah, 2013 Les Paul, because that was the guitar that I bought when I got back into playing. Just put the packages of the strings on the amp stand, on the guitar stands with the guitars, took a picture and won a a John Petrucci signed Axe FX 2. So continuing what I just said about never told the story is I have a horseshoe up my ass because I do win stuff from time to time, but so I would really love if somebody else started a channel like this because I'd probably start winning like crazy. But there's a Les Paul forum. I don't really do the forum thing anymore because the Discord thing kind of like taken over, and obviously having my own YouTube channel and stuff like that, barely have time for that stuff. But the official, I think it's not the official, but there's a Les Paul forum. It's like gold and black colors and stuff like that. They gave away I think it was a 2012 wine red Les Paul Studio. Bought tickets. I think it was like four tickets for $100 or 5 tickets for $100. They might have been $50 each or whatever it was a deal. I went for that deal and got it. And yeah, I won one from them, but I wasn't really a fan of it, and I wound up selling it. I sold that one before I got divorced. So, see, I could still make a 3-hour long live stream. Yes, thank you. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Which one would be similar to the Podgo? You know, I haven't gotten the Podgo. I thought about getting that. The Podgo is probably a good competitor to it too. I don't know dialing in the Podgo so well though compared to the Pocket Master. But if you're on the fence about a Pocket Master or this other one that's coming out, I would wait until a week or two, even if I don't get a video out on it to be like the breaking news video on it. I'll still post when this product does come out. As long as it's a good price, it's got to be the same price or if not cheaper than the Pocket Master. If it's anything more, then I would say that price wise, unless it's only like $10 more, then the Pocket Master would be better. But if it's the same price, then it blows the Pocket Master away. Fractal has a $6.99 pedal. I don't need to hear that. Let's see what kind of window I have open. So Fractal. The AM4. I did see that. Yeah, that's probably a pretty decent price for. I'm not sure though if it's like has all of the accoutrement that a Axe FX 3 has, but you're obviously getting it in a stomp box mode and but yeah, yeah, it's pretty wicked. An ABY pedal. I'm so far back in the discussion now that I probably don't even know what that's about. ABY pedal. Hey, appreciate you jumping in. Yeah, I've got a radio big shot ABY, and then I also have the, which because I haven't done anything with pedal boards or anything like that yet, but the Orthros Joyo ABY. But I mean, if you talk about the JHS thing that I got was just for switching between pedals for pedal demos, but the Blues driver and MX Prime distortion, yeah, definitely would say so. Yeah, if you won't buy the full tone, buy the half tone. I mean, Wampler is definitely a you know, now at this point would be the one I would go to anyway, because it's just great how he takes something and just tweaks it so it makes it more functional. So I would go that route. So bought yourself a looper pedal for Christmas finally, but I'm trying not to touch it till Christmas. Yeah, it's always the worst. Yeah, see, I can't remember what I ate for lunch today, let alone if I told a story. So yeah, I gassed over the Petrucci chorus for a while. I never tried the Amazon basic pedals. I seen them, but yeah, the Stritch is a great affordable brand. If you ever see them out, when they're on sale, they're always definitely a good one. Licato's been pretty impressive too. Kalen, I've heard good things about them. I haven't played them yet, but yeah. Yeah, when Thomas's first started rolling out, I was gonna grab them. That would have been fourth time playing. I believe third time maybe when Tumnus actually came out. I could almost like a lineup when I started stopping and started playing again, compared to gear that's been released. Check the. I don't know if they're in stock or if they're just taking sales on their actual official website, but it's the same price if you go to the Valaton website. So cool. Humming along, singing a song. Sorry about that. I had the when I went to go look up that fractal, I had the switch the window from the pole. So the poll of the week. So we only got one again due to the unfortunate circumstances of being Mr. Nurse over here, but kind of inspired by my journey, and obviously this being the end of 2026, and we're all starting off the new year. The poll of the week was, what do you want to get better at in 2026? It was a close between improv and theory and knowledge, and then followed by selling gear and other gear. And I guess only 12% of us are actually truthfully honest about looking to get gear next year, because we're all pretty much going to get gear. Probably not get better improv, probably not get better in knowledge, but jump into the comments here. Johnny 3 Bar is aiming to move more pedals next year. His goal is to do 52 pedals in 2026. Almost did 30 in 2025. Awesome. Michael Kraus is learning to practice, and selling some gear. He just signed up for True Fire, which is a really good deal. And now he needs to get on a schedule routine. That's why I did my way of doing things, which we'll be discussing a little bit, because even though it hasn't really started, it kind of does start ahead of time. Vinny's World, selling gear. He really needs to learn how to let stuff go. So I know the same way, feel the same way. Tim the Tooth says, I want to learn more in 2026. Purchased all Rick Beato's courses early in the year, but haven't started. So I plan on working on that. 30 years plus of playing. I don't really know any theory at all. I'm terrible at chords. So this year is to get better. Since finances are crap, spend time. Yeah, I mean, if you already got the stuff too, I mean, it's right there at your fingertips. I have his stuff. I haven't looked too much into it. I tried doing his ear training thing, and man, I sucked at it. But I don't know what it was, because I've done other ear training things and it wasn't terrible at it, but his crushed me. Jim's always looking for knowledge. Rob F wants to learn all note positions on the fretboard, which is kind of going to segue into we're going to be talking about soon, because I shared, if you go to check out that link, we'll be looking at it in a little bit. But this is actually one of the first lessons. This is an abridged version of it, because it's actually on the YouTube. It's not in the course curriculum. In the course curriculum, it goes deeper and it's longer, but this explains it, and we'll actually talk about it. But this is actually kind of kicking my butt. Thought I kind of knew where the notes were, but like when you're trying to time yourself and that pressure really builds up to it. So sorry to Mark over here with his, hopefully his neck gets better. Cal's looking to improve his improv. Warhol Arts is selling a Schecter of anybody's luck due to unfortunate circumstances. Needs some money, so he'll be partnering with gear. Jay Guitars is looking to get better. Brian Hall wants to get studio final gear or rack mount EQs and effects and all that good stuff. I started doing the rack effects stuff second time around. It was interesting. I had the TC Electronics G Major, I think, was the one that was not a pedal board. a think some sort of a Lisa's reverb, and something else. I forgot what it was. Because at that time I was watching the Tone King, and he had all the Line 6, the three, the purple, the blue, and which I think was just modulation, reverb, and delay rack effects, and then all the infamous Pooh Ninja said yes, and let's see, if it's showing all the comments. Let's see, sort by newest first. See, I think that might be them all. Sometimes YouTube hides stuff. So yeah, so we'll move from the scene. So yeah, so that's the everybody's looking to do in the new year. Albert OG, good to see you. Jobman84 voted for knowledge after 25 years. I'm finally learning the past that the 3 frets. Yeah, I mean I had the first 3 frets down solid. Bluegrass. Is that this kind of grass? Nice. Diodario clip-on tuner for free with points. There he is, Michael Krause. We just got to your comment on the thing. So, so let's see. Again, I'm slacking. Haven't made the segment for the questions yet. So we'll just have to show you this one. Because we don't have any picks to show tonight anyway. So got to too late into editing, but I have not been to a Turkish prison, but I do like gladiator movies, and I have seen A Grown Man Naked. If you don't know what that's about, you have to go over to the Patreon to see what the person asked to get that type of a response. But so there was only one. Well, Brother Ed did. I think he might have missed me covering it in other live streams. He asked about which mini amp did I like the most. So I wasn't sure if he was talking about the amp heads or the question that he asked before about the Boss Katana Mini X or the Sparko. But if he was talking about the amp heads, then it was the Friedman. But so the only other question was John Dowson's a serious question about what makes a blues driver for blues, like the Boss blues driver pedal. From my understanding of the blues driver pedal, and I love pedals, but I can't get all of the knowledge into my head. So I know Michael Krause is good at this. So maybe if I'm saying this wrong, I do have a blues driver. I like the blues driver more than a regular overdrive. So at least what I was thinking is the blues driver goes very well from transparent bluesy type stuff, almost like a Klon type stuff, to it can get chuggy even, but like to the extreme end of blues, where so basically, like, let's look at the blues spectrum is like this. Okay, like that. 6/7, 6/7. So the blues driver spectrum is like this, we'll say. So blues, and then like your regular overdrive is like that. Or I should do it like this. I think that probably, I don't know which way on the screen looks, but either way. So the blues spectrum is like this, where the regular overdrive spectrum, you're getting more range out of it, if that makes any sense to it. And correct me if I'm wrong and explain it the opposite way, but Nice. Good times, bad times. Yeah, I totally encourage people to play during my streams instead. It's a lot more entertaining. He outed himself. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. So along with the, it's not, I mean, this really isn't industry news, but I don't have a segment for it to talk about what I'm about to talk about, so we'll just use this one. Dang, there we go. So yeah, I don't think I could share screens in this one, but we'll open it up with we just talked about Rob F's comment in the comment section where I showed about the fretboard memorization. He wants to get better at it, and I don't want to like always like I may like practice on a live stream, like not this live stream, on a separate live stream, or talk about stuff in general about handling because I don't want to give away like the entire program. Like I'm not like gonna record everything and then so that everybody can get it for free because obviously he put his work into it, but he obviously has this lesson out there, and the way I used to like memorize all the notes was like strictly just like going like right across the fifth fret, A, D, G, C, E, A, like that, and then B, A, D. And I used to just skip this one and not even thinking about it, and then going B, because just like all the open notes, and then D, G, C, F, A, D, like that. And that's how I remember it. But it totally screws you up if you're now trying to think about what the note is here instead of going A, D, G, C, B, like that, trying to recant it. So the way the it actually goes is, and I said I don't think I could share a screen here. So he uses this program in the okay. So yeah, we can leave the ticker up like that anyway. So and you get to see this. We'll make it bigger too. Hopefully that's so he actually uses this program here, and I'll show you a better one in a little bit. But the way they do it, and you can see it in the video, so I'm not giving you anything. So I highly suggest you go into our community posts, go to that, or yeah, I probably should. I'll leave links to all this stuff after the video. You can come back into it and check. But what he does is takes this random scale place and just goes to generate a list. And then I'll give you this list on the screen right here. You set a timer, and then you pick whichever string. Obviously you can do all six, but whatever you want to start off with, and you find out all the G sharps, then the F sharps, and then the E flats, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of cool. So it generates that list for you, and we'll get out and go into it because then I'll show you the regular one. So obviously finding a lot of stuff through the program, different other links. So actually let me grab that one so I can post it now for you so you could so I'll put this in the chat, that one, but I highly suggest give get Brandon a watch on his video. But that's where that one was. But being in the program, other people show you other things, and this one is kind of better in a sense, because it has a built-in timer in it as well, and you could automatically refresh it, where the other one you'd have to go back and generate the list again. So this screen right here is very clean and very easy to use. And copy a link for you. So this is the other link to it right here. And yeah, and you would just go and start a timer, and then you would just go, G, G, B flat, B flat, and so on and so forth. And then you would track your time like that. So their expectation is for you to get under 25 seconds or under on every single string, and that's when you could say that you've completed this. I think I'll get to that point hopefully, and then complete it. But then I think I would continue to test myself by doing only above the 12th fret, and then below the 12th fret, and not, because sometimes you could cheat by just adding 12 or using the a dot to remember. So the third and then the 15th are the same, and the same as the 17th and the 5th. So I find sometimes that I'm cheating if I find the A here. I know that the A is here. Where if I just had to think about where's the A here, where's the B here, instead of using like, okay, I found B flat, so this has got to be B flat over here, if that makes any sense. And then this one over here is kind of cool too, kind of sort of unrelated. Is this where you could just shows you where all the C's are, so you can kind of get the pattern of how I always have thought about it is you go if you go, was it up, sorry, you can't highlight it. So like starting on the C on the low E, you go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go 1 over 6 back. That gives you, so up until you get to the B string, that pattern's always the same. So like it basically, it's just easier for you to try to find octaves and unisons. But I thought it was kind of cool. And then when you don't hover or anything, then you could even test yourself, open up another window, and so you don't even need a guitar with you, and you could just like, where's the G, 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 where's the F, 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 through the scale thing. So I thought that was kind of cool too. And then this one, I hope the guy doesn't mind. I told him that he should actually put up a PayPal or something. I forgot, did I actually? I think I posted that link. But then there's this one. Post this one here. This one has a whole slew of stuff in here. Scale. Like, I think this is too much to offer for free. And it has the basically like a tester right here. So when you click on it, it tells you to correct, and you go next. This one only has up to the 12th fret, so it's um, you know, not so advanced, but has a some of the stuff here. You need an audio interface for it to integrate, and I couldn't get this one to work. But this would also be that fretboard memorization thing. And a video I saw of him do it, actually, when you choose the note, it tells you, first of all, you're going to put how many frets the guitar is, because that may mean that you have more than two E's on a string. Obviously, like on the low E, you have the open and then 12th fret. So it won't go to the next note until you get all of the how many notes are on the string. But that's a good way to test yourself. You don't have to worry about starting and stopping. And then it has a metronome set. Then it actually even has a tuner, chord visualizer. I mean, this thing is like, to me, like, this guy really should be. And you can even put in notes. I haven't done anything like that, but and log in. I think when you log in for the first time, you just put in a username and password and register, and that's it. So has ear training stuff. So I mean, yeah, that person's actually part of. He's not part of the instructors. He's actually a student. So let me get rid of that. So yeah, so if you missed any of those links, or if you need them, let me know in the comment section after, and I'll repost them. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out something easy to hook up that I could have a microphone and be able to plug my guitar, but not be here, because this is very like cramped as far as trying to practice here. I want to go back to where I always film, and I have a rolling desk that this is actually right here, and be able to plug in and maybe stream and chat and practice every occasionally, not stepping on anybody's live stream's toes or anything like that. But yeah, so far the program starts December 29th, but if you already rolled in now, you kind of have access to it, and you're kind of getting ahead of certain things. And it starts off with a lot of stuff that appears to be easy, even just like ladder exercises. But doing ladder exercises with an actual metronome is definitely something that is pretty humbling if you're trying to stick with that. So jump back in the chat over here and try to catch up. So even though we're still light years ahead of our normal stream, so hey, thank you very much. There you go. It's the simulation of the warm tones and edging of overdrive breakup produced by an old tube amp. This is the way that I've had my ears. There you go. He's back now. Looks like people talking. Just memorize the two strings is all you need, then intervals. They say it's cheating, and if you want to move on the fly quick up to, if you're playing, I'll say G, let's say you're noodling around on a G on your low E, how do you get to G on your B string. You said you should not, basically, you shouldn't have to go A like that to figure it out. You should be able to just be able to play something here and then just know right off the bat to skip here, because then when you got to get to here, you're trying to figure out A like that. But if you know, it makes it easier. Not knocking you, but like this is a guy that went to college and is an actual instructor. And again, not trying, but like that's, you're trying to progress from amateur to professional, I guess you would say. Hey, Eddie, good to see you. Got all to where all links are. That's how far I'm back. Yeah, I find that stuff a little confusing. He actually refers to even the pentatonic positions in those ways, like the traditional 1-1-4, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, 1-4, 1-4, which is like the first one that everybody is introduced to. Is that one's the minor, and then when you move up to the next position, that one is major, and then the next one after that is Dorian, and then so on and so forth. So, but I haven't gotten that far, but I watched like a video that he has on the YouTube page. No worries, Timmy. Probably long gone, but Merry Christmas, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, power's been crazy lately. We woke up the other day to the house freezing because power is off. I don't know if anybody could, or they already approved, because it might not have, or I think do have the ability to. I forget who gets if I have to post a link, or moderators can do that, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I think we actually, if that's the same one, that's the one that was on Guitar Talk Universe. He made that one. I think we posted that in a community post a while back. But yeah, that one's a good one too. Hey, William DeSilva, good to see you. Yeah, no problem, man. I said I don't think any of them were really like hidden in the community, like, but if that guy ever, that one that made the one with that whole training thing with if he ever like hooked up a PayPal or something like that, I'm definitely gonna throw him some bucks. So yeah, they have some things like that similar to that too, that later down the road. So I'm glad they're a little bit further down the road and not totally kicking you in the face. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into like a debate about, and I'm not even a proficient enough to explain why, but like when you're, if you could just figure out jumping to a certain spot is tonally in a chord progression the right thing, then that's all that matters. But if you're trying to hit chord tones or thirds or fifths of a chord progression, um, you kind of need to know what that chord's made of, and then you can't be thinking about what is trying to figure out on the fly when you're doing improv. Like if you're just practicing, that's not doesn't really matter. But like if you're trying to hang with, not that I'm ever going to hang with musicians, but if you're ever going to hang, with a bunch of musicians and they're playing and you're playing in A minor, you can't be going back to, okay, so over one, down seven is an octave. Over one, up six is a unison. Uh, Over two, down three is an octave. Over four, up three, because you're going across the B, is an octave. Like those are things that slow you up and trip you up, where if you just basically know where all the notes are. There's reasons why and reasons like to do. So if you don't have any aspirations to do those things, or no, I mean, like, I understand why you'd want to know and not just know. They say that it could help you memorize it, but you really should be able to for the purpose of that. Oh, hey, Doc. Good to see you. Been crushing your early morning. I've been getting up with the dogs early and been definitely want. I just play mix and it's been just going through all Leonard Skinner stuff. If you aren't subscribed to River Docs and check out, if you just want to watch on anybody, he covers every single Leonard Skinner, Leslie West, you name it. Awesome, awesome content. Great, great channel. Usually set that in the morning when I wake up with the dogs on the couch and just watch a whole bunch of documentaries. Great stuff. That's like a great voice, great presentation to it. So it's like very easy. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're just practicing or anything, but like, let's say you like, going on OU812 and they give you, um, they say an E minor. Yeah, you could just slide up and know your pentatonics and know your chords, not your major scales, and just slide up the scale. Or you could know the chord progression and go target an arpeggio or target a scale from that point, but not having to, like I said, I'm not a musician, but I understand the reason of not just knowing the first two strings. Yeah, it's a good way to begin to, but yeah, I mean, like I said before, I thought I knew the fretboard because I would do A, D, G, C, E over the fifth fret and then B, A, D over the seventh fret and then get the 10th fret, D, G, C, F, A, D. But when someone tells you to try to find, the F on the D string, like I just said it, but like, like to try to actually now think about it, like, can it be used as osmosis? Well, it could be used to put you to sleep, I think. But if it's like anything like him, where he tries to be like, okay, we're gonna go over the pentatonic scale, and then he goes like 5,000 feet over everybody's head, like like yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not. Don't please don't take offense to it, but like, um, it's like I'm just taking somebody that's they went to college for it and trying to explain it to like the reasonings why. I'm just being like the middle person of why it's target based off intervals, not a specific note. You want to target a third of the next chord. You don't need to know. Yeah, I mean, there's your argument and then there's another argument. Like I could say, like if you looking for like I don't know all this stuff, but like the third of an A is a C. So um yes, if I'm playing an A on the the sixth string, and I know I can just go back one, up one, that's a C. But if I want to go up an octave, or even two octaves, the C on the B string, the 13th fret, like so. And I just pulled that on my head. That's the most basic example that I could say of why knowing the whole fretboard and not just an interval there or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. Like how Ted says, you do you. So yeah, so there's that, and then actually chord transitions to a metronome too is pretty as far as just like getting the to be on beat, and actually instead of just like switching from chord, like even if you do 100 beats per minute and you do you know them as whole notes, like even something like that could help you get better. These aren't anything spectacular, these monitors. They're just ones that I found that were cheap. Like um, they're not for mixing or anything like that whatsoever. So I would say they're no different than you know M Audio. I think is like another brand. It's like $99. Like these are just whatever I found that was on sale. Like if you're looking for pro stuff or mid tier stuff, you can get like K Rock. I think it's K Rocket. Um, Yamaha. IK Multimedia has monitors, but yeah, these aren't like I didn't pick these because they're they sound good. Um, uh, they were just ones that were on sale, so you could actually even probably get an audio interface that has monitors these days and then sell the audio interface, probably make back half your money. So, cool. Yeah, I mean that's all I really have. Hope you guys have a great holiday season. Probably may have one or two more video. Well, definitely have one more video coming out the rest of this year. And then again, trying to work on the whole setup. Probably ideally would be like the iRig Duo, because then I could do guitar into that and the microphone into that, and then I could mute the microphone into the, and you might see me doing like pop-up practice sessions and stuff like that. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys all. I'm probably pretty sure that maybe some of you were in the Fret Not, probably not, live stream that was tonight. But Dr. Scientist is probably still going on. I got to go get something to eat because didn't get dinner yet. So, but Dr. Scientist, 9 o'clock is Under the Bus, and then 10 o'clock is The Bald Shredder. So, appreciate you all popping in, and have a happy new year. And yeah, if you want to keep on continuing chatting and all that good stuff, hit up the Discords, all that good stuff. And you all rock, man. Appreciate you.